Welcome to this fascinating video about one of the most heartwarming stories in history. In this video, we'll be exploring the incredible story of Gail Halvorsen, also known as the Candy Bomber, and how this small act of kindness became a symbol of hope during one of the darkest times in history. Join us as we delve into the story of this remarkable pilot and how his selfless actions inspired millions. Following the conclusion of the Second World War, Germany was partitioned into 4 distinct zones of occupation, each under the control of a different Allied power: the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union. Nevertheless, this initial collaboration was short-lived, as the Western powers and the Soviet Union found themselves in a state of rising tensions. These tensions reached a boiling point in 1948 when the Soviet Union blockaded West Berlin, effectively severing all land access to the city. In response to this crisis, the Western powers initiated a massive airlift operation, known as the Berlin Airlift, in order to provide essential supplies to the beleaguered city. One pilot who played a prominent role in this operation was Gail Halvorsen, a member of the United States Air Force stationed at Tempelhof Air Base in West Berlin, which was one of the primary landing points for the airlift. While waiting for his cargo to be unloaded, Halvorsen strolled over to a fence where he encountered a group of children watching the planes come in. Halvorsen proceeded to engage these children in conversation and asked if they had any gum. Disappointingly, they did not. However, Halvorsen was not one to disappoint, and he vowed to bring some gum the following day. To everyone's delight, he kept his promise and even brought some chocolate bars he had saved from his own rations. While distributing the sweets, he noticed that some of the children were standing back, shyly watching from afar. This observation led Halvorsen to create makeshift parachutes out of handkerchiefs and string, which he tied to the candy bars, allowing them to float down to the ground like tiny, delicious parachutists. The children were delighted, and word of Halvorsen's kindness rapidly spread throughout the city. This act of generosity sparked a chain reaction, with Halvorsen's fellow pilots soon contributing their own rations to the cause. The Candy Bomber, as Halvorsen became known, quickly became a symbol of hope for the citizens of Berlin, who were struggling under the Soviet blockade. Halvorsen's candy drops brought a much-needed dose of joy and levity to their lives, and it is said that his acts of kindness played a significant role in winning over the hearts and minds of the Berliners, who saw the Americans not just as military occupiers, but as friends who truly cared about them. As the candy drops became more and more popular, Halvorsen had to seek permission to continue, which was granted. Eventually, he even obtained permission to drop candy from the plane during the approach to the runway. Halvorsen's actions and the candy drops have left an indelible mark on Berlin's history, and his legacy endures to this day. He continued to drop candy for the children of Berlin long after the airlift ended, and he made many return trips to the city over the years. Thank you for watching this video about the Candy Bomber. Gail Halvorsen's story reminds us of the incredible power of small acts of kindness and generosity, and how they can bring hope to those in need, even in the most challenging circumstances. We hope that you've been inspired by this story, and we encourage you to continue to spread kindness and hope in your own communities.